Did you know the average building company only lasts 3.6 years? This should be a concern if you are planning on building your dream home soon. If you are thinking about building a new home, you're probably feeling a little excited, energized, and a little bit nervous about everything that lies ahead. For most families, their home is their biggest asset, which means when you get to the quoting and pricing stage of the project, you want to make sure you take your time not to rush your decisions. Simply getting a few quotes and choosing the cheapest price is fine if you're building a deck, but when it comes to building a new home, there's a lot more to it, and you run the risk of being taken for a ride. In this video, you'll discover why you need to be wary of any builders offering free quotes. The first thing you need to understand is the difference between a quote and an estimate. This can often catch people out, and it doesn't help when the builders themselves use the terms pretty loosely. Step 1 is to always start with an estimate. An estimate is exactly that, a rough ballpark figure to build your home based on a simple criteria. You haven't made the decision to build a new home overnight, so chances are you already know roughly what you want. You might even have a budget in mind as well, and this is extremely helpful for a builder to know. It helps them plan the home that you want within a budget you can afford. Armed with all of that, getting an estimate is pretty straightforward. You give a builder your prerequisites and he gives you an approximate price. From there, you can tell if what you want is roughly within your budget. Getting a quote, on the other hand, is a completely different process, and when free quotes are being thrown around, you need to be very cautious. Free quotes nearly always end up costing you more. Creating a detailed and accurate quote should take a builder more than 50 hours to complete. A comprehensive quote is very labour intensive and it involves a lot of professional estimators, getting quotes from suppliers and subcontractors, and putting together a complete job schedule for the entire build. 50 or so hours of work for a builder can run up a cost of thousands of dollars, so when hiring a professional builder for your new home, the quote should never be free. A nominal fee should always be charged for their time to provide a complete quote. Builders offering free quotes often rush the process and miss out on important details, which ends up costing you more later on. So remember, step 1 is always to ask for an initial estimate before you get a quote to see if your home is within the budget. The easiest way for you to tell the difference between an estimate and a quote is the length of the document. An estimate is generally only a single page. It has minimal information because it really only needs to show if your home is within reach. On the other hand, a detailed quote should be between 25 and 40 pages long and should include the specific details of every aspect of the build. It can even include working drawings of the new home. A quote should list for both you and the builder the amount of materials, labour, and even time needed to finish the project. Some builders will cut corners and leave out specifics and instead include provisional sums and prime costs. If you see either of these in your document, it should raise a red flag. These are just estimated allowances, so down the road they can end up costing you significantly more once the real values are known. This is a dead giveaway. The builder saved time and gave you an estimate rather than a detailed quote. Finally, building custom homes and completing large-scale renovations is a complex job. It's tough and low margin for builders. If a builder has enough spare time to offer a free quote, their time and services are obviously not in demand, so be cautious. Usually, these are the builders that are so desperate for cash, they'll offer you anything free in the beginning just to get your business. Once they have your signature though, they will make up the shortfall by charging you more in everything else later on. Professional builders already know what their admin costs are and charge appropriately for their services. Not just the building contract, but drawings, preliminary agreements, detailed quotes, soil tests, and more. A builder that charges for their services from the outset has already covered their costs, so they are unlikely to inflate the contract price. Those builders that are working for free are hoping to win 1 in every 10 that come around, so they recoup their losses on the other 9 by inflating the contract price. Always be wary of custom home builders and renovation specialists offering free detailed quotes. Do your research and choose the most professional builder you can find. If you are looking to build a new custom home or a large-scale renovation and want to discuss a design and construct pathway for your project, feel free to give us a call, and until then, take care.